Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher. Hey everyone, if you're watching this video in June of 2025, I'm having a sale for Pride Month.
Hi gay, happy Pride Month.
Until the end of June, all my trans voice courses are 30% off using code PRIDE2025.
We are sashaying away with deals.
This includes mindful voice feminization, masculinize your voice without testosterone, and mix and match designing your non-binary voice. All 30% off during the month of June using code PRIDE2025.
So come visit.
Find the links below. Now, back to your regularly scheduled content. When a trans person first comes to me to work on creating their ideal speaking voice, they usually come in guns a-blazing, wanting to dive into dramatic exercises that make big changes, but they often haven't laid the foundation that will set them up for success. That's why today I'm giving you my top tips for starting your trans voice practice from scratch. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher. I primarily do my work through three main courses: mindful voice feminization, masculinize your voice without testosterone, and mix and match designing your non-binary voice. Each course has their own syllabus, but they all contain an early lesson that I call Developing Awareness, where students spend time in a research phase, getting to know their own voice and its capabilities independently of the need to perform gender. As well, they spend time listening to the voices around them. Psst. I know deliberate self-reflection doesn't seem cool, efficient, or one thing doctors don't want you to know, but I do this because getting clear on your starting point and your goal creates a measurable foundation for success. If your only goal is to sound more feminine or more masculine, it might be hard to know when you've reached your goal or even what to do to make steps towards it. And as much as I know some of you would love for me to be the gender police and lay down some easy, definitive gender law for you, I'm sorry to say, there is no law, and I'm no gender cop.
Yeah, I'm not a cop.
You're not a cop.
No, I'm not a cop.
So if today is your first day of trans voice training, first of all, welcome. So happy to have you. And here's what I would recommend you do before worrying about the mountains of information you can find out there. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but if this is your first day, then you've never heard me say this before. If you have never had any kind of voice practice before, the best way to start is with a simple daily warm-up where the integrity of your gender is not on the line. Would you become a jogger by running a marathon in front of other people? Would you start learning to paint by taking a commission? I mean, you could, but that would be a terrible idea.
Damn it, don't do that to yourself.
Here's why warming up every day can help increase your success. It helps create a practice habit. Developing a voice practice routine can be intimidating, especially if you have dysphoria and don't love hearing the sound of your voice. But when you warm up, your goal isn't to hit any particular target. And despite all the "I'm just going to learn sign language" memes, you are going to be speaking and hearing your voice in your day-to-day life anyway, one way or another. Warm-up exercises, as opposed to conversations with other people, can be fun and provide a judgment-free entry point into playing with your voice regularly. It can be a lot easier to do warm-up exercises on a daily basis rather than specific exercises because it's not about doing it right or wrong. It's about making it a consistent part of your daily routine. It helps you get in touch with your body. Warming up your voice helps develop an awareness of your body. Effective trans voice work involves mastering movements of subtle vocal muscle groups that you may not have noticed before. Warm-ups teach you to notice these muscles, giving you a better understanding of the mechanics involved, as well as a greater ability to feel and manipulate them consciously over time. Warming up your voice is like practicing pronunciation of a language before you learn all the vocabulary. It teaches you how to make sounds and movements in vocalization that will let you reach your target voice more easily. It helps you relax. Tension in the body can hinder your trans voice progress. The tighter and more stressed you are, the more tension you have in the muscles that control your voice. Hey there, you. Yeah, you. Are you carrying tension in your shoulders right now? Okay, put your arms to your side, take a slow breath, and just relax your shoulders and shake your arms out. Better?
It actually helped.
As you warm up, the tension in your body decreases, which reduces tension around your larynx. This results in increased vocal flexibility, making subsequent exercises a lot easier to do. A relaxed body and instrument is the key to a more effective voice practice. It helps you feel less embarrassed and anxious. Warming up helps to tackle the feelings of embarrassment that can come up when starting a voice practice for the first time. If you haven't spent a significant amount of time making silly sounds, a voice practice can activate your anxiety because, frankly, it feels embarrassing.
Makes my insides cringe.
But like in any exposure therapy, the more you do it, the less activating it will be. A daily warm-up will help to normalize silly sounds so that your trans voice practice can be as shame-free and effective as possible. Surely I have convinced you by now to give warming up a try, but you might be thinking, how do I even do that? As always, I got you. I created a free follow-along voice warm-up that you can access right now at the link below. Before you change anything, it helps to take inventory of what's already there. You might be surprised at how expressive and versatile your voice already is, and how many gendered cues it contains, even when you're not trying. That's why I encourage all my students to start with a voice audit.
What? An IRS audit?
A voice audit is a simple, powerful exercise where you speak the same sentence in a bunch of different ways. Like how you'd speak to your pet,
How are you?
your best friend,
Hi, how are you?
your boss,
Hi, how are you?
your crush,
Hi, how are you?
your barista,
Hi, how are you?
or your favorite video game streamer.
Hi, how are you?
You can also try saying it while imagining different emotions or situations. Joyful, annoyed, sleepy, excited, comforting someone, or trying to get someone's attention. The goal isn't to find the right voice, it's to notice the differences. What shifts in your pitch, your resonance, your pace or tone? How does your body feel? Do you experience tension, release, dysphoria, euphoria? You can jot these down in a journal or voice memo app. I even encourage you to keep it going as a living list. You'll notice more voices in you as you continue this work. This practice builds awareness and confidence. And sometimes you'll discover you already have a voice really close to your goal. It just hasn't been named or claimed yet. Next, start paying attention to the voices around you. Not just the ones you like, but all of them. Listen to friends, family, podcasts, characters on shows. Which ones give you gender euphoria? Which ones make you feel jealous, annoyed, intrigued, or confused? Emotional reactions are information, so take note. This is the beginning of your inspiration list.
She's moving stuff out of my cabin. Oh, now it's personal.
Let's do this. Whew, freezing water, here I come.
You're gonna wish you had a Zaku in front of you. I can promise you that.
What? Brain damaged? Don't be brain damaged.
Do you like anyone who's on lock? I don't. I think being embarrassing is really hot.
Once you have a few voices that stand out, try describing what you like or don't like about them. And you don't need fancy technical language. Metaphors work great. Maybe a voice sounds warm and melty, or tight and buzzy, or sparkly and fast. These descriptions will get more specific over time, and they'll help you define your vocal goals more clearly. Eventually, you might even want to create short audio clips from these voices to revisit and imitate.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
That brings us to the next tip. Imitation is one of the most powerful tools in your toolbox, especially when your brain is getting in the way. If you're overwhelmed by the idea of doing it right, sometimes the best thing to do is stop thinking and just copy. Take a short clip from someone on your inspiration list. 5 to 10 seconds is plenty. Listen to it passively on loop while you do the dishes or go for a walk. Then listen to it actively, doing nothing but focusing on the sound. Try speaking with the voice. Then try imitating it after you hear it. You might even record yourself and listen back. Don't worry if it's not perfect. This is how you sharpen your ear and deepen your connection to subtle vocal patterns. Imitation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about discovering new possibilities inside your own voice. Starting a trans voice practice can feel like standing at the bottom of a mountain with no map.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
The truth is, you already have more tools than you think. You just need to start using them.
Every day, Ferdinand was closer to Mordor.
Warming up, noticing your own voice, listening closely to others, and playing with imitation, these are small steps, but they build a strong foundation. You don't have to get everything perfect right away.
I'm hitting the record button and we're just gonna move. We're just gonna go, we'll figure it out as we go along. It's gotta be awful, but if there's a chance of it getting better, it's gotta be awful first.
You don't even have to know exactly where you're headed. Just begin, stay curious, and keep showing up. And if you want more support along the way, I've got lots of free resources linked below. And if you're watching this in June, don't forget to use the Pride 2025 discount code to get 30% off of all my courses. That's all for today. I've been Renee, and I hope this helps. Ow! You may not have noticed before. Let's restart that. I need to redo that line because thank you. You were happy with that? We're on a main road, we're in a flight path. Sip of water. Empty.